Hey everybody, what's going on? Mr. Tony of the Dead here, and I have another movie review for everybody out there. And this one's going to be on Verotika. This is from Cleopatra Entertainment and MVD Visual, and it's directed by Glenn Danzig. Verotika is based off of Glenn Danzig's comic book Verotika, and in this movie is three stories from it, this bloody trilogy, and each one is kind of like being introduced by like a horror host. And the first one is about this girl she's French, everybody's French there, they're in France, and she is a hooker, and she's having trouble, with men because she thinks they're cute and all that, and could be the one. And then she doesn't want to take her top off, and here they do, and she ends up having eyes on her boobs. So that's like a turn off for these guys. And she ends up she's crying, and then this, I don't know if they're tears or milk, to be honest, it comes out of her eyes on her boobs, and it hits like this albino spider, and he ends up becoming like this giant person, like this human spider. And he's telling her, like, when you dream I can become real. And then basically, when she dreams, he becomes real, and he goes off and kills somebody, and she doesn't think it's real, like a coincidence, and then it happens more and more, and then she figures out a way to stop him, and it goes from there. And then the second one was, like I said, I can't remember, it was something the albino spider, the first one, and the second one was like the face ripper or something like that. I can't remember the titles of these, but she was this this dancer, and she was called Mystery Girl, and she wore like a covered up her bottom of her face. And here, what with her story is, she is scarred up, and she likes to cut the faces off of these beautiful women, and she'll wear that face, but she still covers that up too, and she dances in that. And that's what she is. She basically is this serial killer that's going around cutting faces off. And then the next one is about this Contessa that is a true story, that used to bathe in virgin's blood to stay young and have young looking skin and all that. And out of all three stories, I'd say the face maker or ripper, whatever it was probably the best one. I think, and I'm not saying the other ones are bad, it's just that one's probably the one that was good. They said the ending was kind of like eh. The Contessa one was boring as hell. Like, it was just boring as hell. There was a lot of like there was some green screen here and there that looked bad. It looked like there was like no budget really to this, and I'm sure maybe there wasn't, but it just, some of it didn't look very good. It looked very, very cheesy, very homemade, and I don't know. I wouldn't say I liked it very much. I would like to read the comic, to be honest, because I think it probably would be better to read the comic than to see the movie, because it's hard to bring a comic book to life. I understand that. Like, there's a lot of comic book movies that are bad or not as good as reading it. So I mean, there's things you can do on a comic book that it's just too hard to do in real life, especially if you don't have the budget. There's also the soundtrack that comes with this as well. Not every song in the movie I thought was great, but I think for the majority of it, it was pretty good. I will say that they got right, though, is the casting for the women. Absolutely gorgeous women in this. Absolutely gorgeous. They got that right. If you want to see some beautiful women dancing, especially, watch this, because it is a erotic horror story. That's what this is. So there's a lot of nudity. I don't think there was any male nudity, but a lot of women, a lot of mainly topless women in this. Lots of tattoos, piercings, stuff like that. So if that's your thing, that'll be right up your alley. But I don't know, it wasn't that great, and it definitely didn't help that it didn't look that great. And I don't know if maybe that's throwing me off. I know that I didn't like the last story at all, the Contessa. And the wraparound, it's not really a wraparound, it's just her introducing these videos, or these stories. The first one wasn't bad, except the French accent started getting on my nerves. I don't know if any of them were actually French, but it didn't really sound authentic to me. And if it was, then I don't know. But I don't know, it was just very confusing. I thought, alright, at first, like, they see eyeballs on the girl's boobs. I was like, this is gonna be fucked up. And it was just kind of like, you know, it fell down. You know, I didn't really care for it. But the second one wasn't bad. But again, the ending sucked. But I don't know. I'm glad I got to see this. I wanted to see it. And now it makes me want to read the comic book. So at least something good came out of watching this. Now I'll show you the inside. I will say though, this slipcover, the artwork is awesome. Those are like the main characters of the first three stories, of these three stories. There's the spider, that's the Contessa, and that's the face ripper, or maker. I don't remember what exactly it was called, but anyway, yeah, that's a really, really cool cover. I do like that. And then you got the back there. It's a nice slipcover, nice cover and everything. You open it up, and here you have a Blu-ray. There's no reversible sleeve or anything, but the Blu-ray is region free, all region here. And then you have the DVD on this side, and then you have the soundtrack on this side. One thing that kind of sucks too is that there's no special features. The only special feature you have is like a slideshow, and for some reason every slide is from the second story. There's no pictures from the albino spider or the Contessa one. It's just all the second one. That's fine with me because that's, you know, the dancer's one. But I mean, I don't understand why there's only that one. And you know, it's a lot of pictures of Danzig behind the scenes, like by the camera and all that. I don't know, but I just guess I was expecting a little more bloodier and darker and stuff for Glenn Danzig. You know, being the, you know, ex-Misfits singer, and I guess now he's actually back in the band. I don't know what's going on with that, but I just expect it to be a little more darker and more horror-like, you know. But who knows? Maybe if they make another one, they'll learn from their mistakes, and it'll be, you know, really good. So I hope they continue to make more, because I believe there's a lot more stories out there from the comic books. So hopefully they make more. I'd like to see another one. I'd like to see them try it again. But yeah, that's it for me. That's all I'm going to say about this. I don't think I'd watch it again. That's just me. But anyway, yeah, please give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and follow me on any one of the social media links in the description box below. If you're interested in this, I'll put a link below where you can go and purchase it. I'll also put a link below for the trailer. But like I always say, proceed with caution. It may contain spoilers. Well, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.